This is Matt for Behind the Gloves in association with S-Jam Boxing. I've now been joined by super welterweight Ted Cheeseman. Ted, thanks for joining us.
No problem, mate.
So let's get things going. 6th of March on the Dillian White and Alexander Povetkin undercard. You're fighting for the vacant British title. How pleased are you that the fight's been made?
Yeah, I'm really pleased. I've had enough tough fights and I've had enough bad luck. I deserve a bit of luck, and I believe I'm back on the up again. I'm confident and I'm firing on all cylinders, and I'm looking forward to putting in a big performance.
How special is it for you to be fighting for the British title again, more specifically?
Yeah, 'cause, listen, the British title was a massive title. It's like, for a lot of fighters who turn pro, a British title was as good as a world title to them. And for me, when it took off me, I didn't believe I lost it. So to get my chance to regain it, I'm happy. And then hopefully, as long as I can regain it, there'll be some big things to push on to.
Now, you're going in there against James Metcalf. He comes into it 21-0, undefeated, 13 knockouts. What do you know about him, and how do you get the victory on fight night?
James Metcalf, just by watching him, he can box, he can fight, he can do a bit of everything. He's quite physically strong, but he hasn't been tested yet, so you don't know how he's going to react when he's under a bit of pressure. Do you know what I mean? He's feeling a bit tired. He's feeling like he's in a tough fight. He ain't been in one of them tough fights yet, so I have. Everyone knows what you're going to get with me, and the thing is, I can box, I can fight, and whatever I believe I need to do on the night to win, I'll adapt to it.
That sort of comes on to my next question. When looking at both your records, you've obviously got some notable names on there. Do you believe that your experiences and the fights that you've been in, that'll play a major key come fight night?
100%. Experience is key in any fight, do you know what I mean? And it's 12 rounds fights, do you know what I mean? It's hard, especially when, and everyone knows, like, this is my 8th 12 round in a row. My fights are fought at a hard pace and high pace, and they're tough and torrid fights. You know what I mean? So we're gonna find out, obviously, if James Metcalf can live with that, and you don't know, he could be the next superstar or he could crumble. So we're gonna find out on fight night.
Although sort of 2020 weren't a great year for everyone, but in terms of the sport of boxing, and there were some pay-per-view worthy fights, yours and Sam Egginton's included. Was that a massive turning point for you in your career? Because after that fight, you were very emotional, and it sort of felt like you were turning a corner at that point.
Yeah, 100%. Because sort of like, I believed I won the last 2 fights I had, and never went my way, and I sort of started having a bit of resentment for boxing. Do you know what I mean? And it's the thing of, it's all right training for a fight and a hard fight and pushing in camp, and you do push, but in the end, you think to yourself, you're always having the doubts in the back of your mind, thinking, is this really worth it? Do you know what I mean? Am I doing all this for nothing? Am I going to get to a decision again where I feel like I've won, and it ain't going to happen? And like, I just needed that bit of luck, and I had a really good camp. I think lockdown sort of helped me, because it just made me fully focus only on training, and I was just 100% on it. Everything was right, and I put a really big performance in. And like, as I say, like, I never just come back with another journeyman and got a little win. There's another good class operator, like tough fighter in Sam Egerton, and a good win, won another belt. And now I just, like you said, I believe I got that spring back in my step, the confidence back, going into the ring in a win. Training camp's been 10 times more enjoyable because I'm coming off a win. And I just believe I'm back on the up now.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed after the fight was you mentioned that you quite enjoyed the bubble and being in the hotel on fight week a few days earlier. It helped you relax, it helped you focus. You're going into that same situation again where you'll be part of a bubble. Does that sort of put your mind at ease, and is that making you feel more relaxed leading up to this fight, knowing how it's all going to pan out because you've done it before?
To be honest, I spoke to my team and obviously was speaking to my family after the last fight, obviously, because everyone obviously asking, well, how did you feel? And we sort of all agreed anyway that whenever I fight now, I'm just going to, that last week, sort of go into my own thing, go and relax and get away from everything and just be fully focused. So obviously I'm happy we're going in a bubble, but whether or not I would have been in a bubble, I would have been doing this sort of thing anyway. So I'm comfortable and looking forward to going into it. And I know then when I go in there, I'm fully in the zone and I'm just preparing to fight.
Now that you're fully focused and you're clearly, it's been well documented, the places you're in a better place mentally. Do you now see that your long-term goals a bit more clearly now in the sport of boxing, now that your head's, fully back to where it needs to be in the sport?
Yeah, definitely, because even when it comes to working on things in the gym, before sometimes you work on things in the gym and you think, is it really a point? Like I'm doing what I'm doing. But now I'm going to work on stuff in the gym and I'm going home and I'm thinking about it, I'm watching boxing. I'm thinking, oh yeah, look, I need to do this better. Practicing stuff, working on stuff and actually seeing the improvements and seeing the plus sides. And it's sort of like, I've been improving the last three fights, Conway, Fitzgerald, and Egan. But I think this fight, you'll see like a backlog of improvements because some things weren't coming off because it's just like there was so much pressure on me. But now it's like there's a lot of pressure been took off me, and I just feel back in my comfort zone, back enjoying the sport. And I believe this will probably be one of my best performances as a pro.
Do you believe that you get enough credit for your boxing style? Because obviously you're known more for being a come forward aggressive fighter, but you have proven on occasion that you can box on the back foot and move around and stuff like that. What type of performance do you think we're going to see on fight night? Is it going to be all action? Is it going to be a mixture of styles? How do you think it's going to work out for you?
To be honest, I think there'll be a mix of styles because at points we're both going to want to box, at points we're both going to try and take it to each other because we've got quite similar styles. And I think our styles will gel well. And I think it's sort of on and like, once you're a few rounds in, you sort of can work out what you need to do. You know what I mean? And then from then, you'll sort of see whatever way it will be pushed and pushed and pushed. And even the likes of fitness levels and running and stuff are even better this camp. And because I'm more wanting to do it. You know what I mean? Last camp, I'd done it because I had to do it. As much as I was some points I wanted to do because I want to win another fight and I wanted to get back on track. But as I said, I still had a lot of resentment. But this camp, I want to do it. I want to do more. I want to do extra. I want to, because now I believe again, like you say, I believe I can now push on the sport. I believe in myself again. I'm seeing my improvements in the sparring. The boys are seeing Tony's seeing my improvements. And I know, like, I'm twice the fighter I was even last year. So, and my experience I've picked up, I weren't using it all to my advantage. And now where things have been working on so tactically and stuff and using the experience, I feel just again, like I say, I feel like such a different fighter.
Brilliant. Well, Ted Cheeseman, I know there's other people wanting to speak to you. Thanks for your time and speaking to Behind the Gloves, and we'll catch up with you on Fight Week from the bubble. Good luck for your fight, bud.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. Sweet.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else